I have another ghost story to tell you. I feel like I've been posting more and more of these lately. So I don't know, I don't remember if I told you about how my sister in law got scratched and she got the three scratches on her palm. Um, but she did, and so she went and got cleansed by her grandmother, who is really in tune to that, and she does all the cleansing. And her grandmother told her that, there's something bad there, but she cleansed her. So, now the house needs to be cleansed. So I went ahead and I saged the house. Well, yesterday, her grandmother's like, okay, let's back it up a little. Their grandmother, has like people that they know from church, and one of them, I guess you would say, is a sensitive or a medium, and she can feel a lot more things. And they do a lot of like praying away the spirits and cleansing the house even when they're not there. I don't know if you guys know, but if you leave a glass of water and a white candle like next to your bed or somewhere in the house or next to the person that's been having these hauntings, that's a way of them coming through to you. Water's a way of travel. Some people say, yeah, it could make the bad spirits come, but that's what the white candle is there for. So the grandmother told her friends in Mexico, her church group, about what's been going on, and her friend, her sensitive, went and said there's one person in the house that has multiple bad spirits, like evil spirits, the dark connected to them, and they're trying to take away that person's light, is how she said it, and trying to take her over. And because my sister-in-law is so young, she's only 14, it's kind of, she's so impressionable, and she's so young, and she's so perceptive still. They kind of are taking advantage of her because they can't get to the one person that these spirits are attached to. And as my wife's telling me this, I'm freaking out. And sure enough, everyone in the house, even these people, believe that it's most likely me, just because they have never had anything like this ever happen to them ever in their lives before until I started living here. So it's kind of scary to know that I have dark entities attached to me that want to take away my light. It creeped me out. And I guess their grandmother, the other day, why this all came up was because after the grandmother cleansed my sister-in-law, that night she kept seeing things and feeling something by her. And when she couldn't fall asleep, she was sitting there in bed, and she heard a very distinctive growl next to her ear. And yeah, they do have a dog. I'm not going to say, oh, it couldn't be, but it was in her ear. And the dog's an outside dog, and it's a little chihuahua. And this thing was it was like a really rough, deep growl. And she was freaked out. So she had called, her church people, and they cleansed her and her house, and, from Mexico through the water and all that stuff. And they did the same here. But the thing is, you can cleanse the house, but you need to cleanse the person because it's attached to me. So cleansing the house isn't going to stop it. They're just going to come back to me. And so I'm going to go get cleansed by her grandmother on Thursday, and I'm freaking out that she's going to find something or tell me something, tell me why these things are attached to me. And it makes more sense to me now why my papa is still here, hanging on, because I think she's trying to protect me. And why I don't see her all the time, or why she's so faint, she goes quick, is because they're pushing the light away from me. And I've always been really sensitive to things, so I think that's why they attach themselves to me. And it just freaking me out. Now I'm super nervous, and I was getting the chills when Janet was telling me this when I was driving home, and I made her run outside, and I didn't get off the phone with her until she came out to the car to get me because I was freaking out. But yeah, so that's another ghost story. Until I get cleansed, I'll let you know how it feels and how I feel afterwards, and what happened. All right. Bye, guys.